basically day trading the FTSE. It says here you rely on mean reversion when trading it. Well, talk about mean reversion and how you day trade the FTSE.
When I say mean reversion, I think the FTSE 100 generally seems to trade within a range. I mean, I'd say about 75% of the time it's trading in a particular range. So you know with the FTSE, if it goes too far in one direction, it's like an elastic band, it's very likely to come back in the other direction. And I've looked at charts going back several years, and if it gets to an extreme, mainly on the oversold side, it invariably seems to come back. So it's one of those markets that I think if it does tend to have a tendency to revert to the mean. Essentially, it goes nowhere. It's gone nowhere over the last 15 years, and that kind of suits my trading strategy really, which is I prefer range-bound markets. So that's what I mean by mean reversion. If it gets oversold, it tends to come back up again. It's quite reliable in that regard. Unlike the precious metals, which can just go all over the place, and something like silver could do anything, and it's a lot less reliable. So that's why I prefer the FTSE 100.
When you talk about this mean reversion, I mean, how are you how do you know where the reach of the elasticity is?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think it depends on what time frame you're looking. I tend to start with the 5-minute chart, which a lot of people would say is a lot too short, but it works for me. If that gets oversold, then I'll go out to the 15-minute chart, and I'll use various indicators, indicators that most people are aware of, like stochastics, the RSI, those type of things. And I'll look at whether it's, particularly on the RSI, if it gets oversold on the RSI, from my experience, it's very likely that it will revert again to the mean. I find that the RSI is particularly reliable on the FTSE. But again, sometimes the time frame gets stretched, so it might be oversold on the hourly RSI, but they still go down. So then it goes to the 4-hourly and it's oversold. So I think the longer the time frame you're looking at, the more reliable the signal is. So if it's oversold on a 4-hourly or daily basis, then the more likelihood is that it's going to rebound.